So how do we bring our design data into the iTwin platform? It all starts at developer.bentley.com. You would head over to the sign-in on the top right. And if you don't have an account with Bentley, you would create one. In my case, I'm just going to log into my account. Once logged in, you'll see a user icon on the top right. You'll click on that, and you would head over to the My iTwins portal. Now, this is a portal dedicated to managing your iTwins. Now, if you don't know, the iTwin is the term that the iTwin platform uses for representing a digital twin. It can be composed of many different types of data sources, from engineering design data to point cloud data and reality data. In this case, we want to populate our iTwin with some design data. So click on New, and we'll give it a name. In this case, let's call it My Smart House. Hit Save. This creates an empty iTwin. In order to actually bring design data into the iTwin, we need to create an iModel. An iModel is the container that the iTwin platform uses to aggregate the design data that we synchronize into. We talked about the cloud-ready format that we synchronize our design data into in the first video, the synchronization video. The iModel is that format. So we create a new iModel. Again, let's call it My Smart House, and we'll make it empty to start out. Hit Save. And this brings us to the iModel home. This has several actions that we can perform on this iModel. And the first step, of course, is to click on Files and actually populate it with some data. So we'll choose a file, and I have a house model right here. Let's click on that. Now this kicks off the synchronization process that we talked about. Now what's happening here is the My iTwins portal looks at which design files we want to upload, and then it looks for the appropriate connector for that design file. Now a connector is an application dedicated to reading design data from a particular design file and writing into the iModel. There are many different connectors that the iTwin platform comes with. Here's a list of all the connectors, and these are all the formats that the iTwin platform currently supports. So we got Civil 3D, we got Aviva, we got AutoCAD, Revit, lots of different formats, and also interchange formats such as FBX, IFC. So there are lots of connectors out there for these different formats, and what we're doing here in My iTwins portal is we're just simply looking at what file format we're using and which connector we need to run in order to translate that into the iModel. So let's give this process a couple of minutes to run. You can see that our DGN file was successfully synchronized, and now let's head back to the iModel home. Now the next thing to look at is the change history. So you can think of the iModel as an empty Git repository. What we do when we run the synchronization process is we write changes into the iModel. So over here you can see the change history of this iModel and see all the updates that were made. And the idea behind this is that anytime you make updates in your local design file, in the house model in this case, we can synchronize those changes to make sure that our digital twin is up to date. Now let's head back to the home, and one last thing we'll do is actually view our model. So the portal does come with an inbuilt viewer we can click on, and it pops open this nice view of our house model. So here we have our design data in the iTwin platform. At this point, we are a nice big step closer to building our smart house.